Let us turn our attention to what is happening in Chicago. Bill Baruch joining us now from Blue Line Futures. Bill, I want to get your take on how the market is functioning today. We've seen significant liquidity squeezes over the last few days. Clearly, there is a shortage of dollars. What are you seeing today?
The S&P continues to battle at this December 2018 low, and I mean it is a heck of a battle. What you really do not want to see in the market is a close below there. We start closing below there, I think you really, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but then you really start to need to prepare to see the S&P down at 1550 to 1800. That really is the next big area of support, and if we continue below that 2300, it's going to see it.
Hey, Bill, how much of this is margin call versus real positioning from traders and investors?
Well, one of the big stories this week is that risk parity blow up, basically, the unwind of this trade. Large funds, institutions were long stocks, long bonds, and that's what you've seen here with the Treasury market coming in sharply. That is a lot of unwinding happening. There's a lot of blow-ups, and there's still going to be some to come. So I think there's still more down the road.
Bill, any sign that we're seeing an ease in the dollar squeeze? We've seen the Fed extending the swap lines today to a number of new countries. Is that having an effect?
I would not step in front of the dollar right here. The dollar is breaking out above a almost 20-year trend line, and the dollar index specifically. There is obviously support areas in the euro in this range here, 106 to 108. But ultimately, I mean, we could see euro heading towards parity with the dollar, given the momentum behind this move. Now, I'm not sitting here saying you need to be long the dollar right now, but I sure would not get in front of it and try to fade this move at this point in time. And it's doing some interesting things. It's adding pressure to commodities out there. Yesterday, obviously, as the dollar melted higher, we saw crude oil take the next leg. We saw gold not follow. We've seen a number of commodities struggle as well.
Bill, we're going to leave it there. We always appreciate your time. Thank you very much for it today. Bill Baruch joining us from Blue Line Futures out of the CME. Alex.
Don't step in front of that rally. Fair point.